Good evening and welcome to the July 28th meeting of the Zoning Subcommittee of the Revere City Council. All rise and salute the flag, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk.
Roll call of the members. Councilor Argenzio.
Here.
Here. Councilor Guarino Sawaya.
Here.
Here. Councilor Jaramillo.
Here.
Here. Councilor Novoselsky. Here. And Chairman Zambudo.
Here.
Here. Quorum is present. We have one special permit on tonight's agenda, and that's for 114 Shirley Ave, requesting a special permit to raise the existing non-conforming structures and construct a 5-story mixed-use development consisting of 78 residential units and 2 commercial units at 114 Shirley Avenue.
Mr. Chairman, members of the subcommittee, Joseph Cottogio, 1 Sprague Street, Revere, representing the petitioner at 114 Shirley Avenue. This subcommittee will recall we were here a short while back with a similar project that was approved by the subcommittee and by the City Council. Since that time, the applicant has obtained adjoining additional land and has returned with an enhanced project that's being presented here tonight. We have initiated site plan review. We've also met with the ward councilor and various councilors for the project, and had a neighborhood meeting that was very positive. The additional, or the new project now consists of 2 retail and 78 residential units. The 78 units consist of 9 studio, 57 one-bedroom, and 72 two-bedroom units. There is no parking for the units. They will all be lease restricted as far as parking goes. There is parking space available for the retail units. Through negotiations with the ward councilor, city councilors, and the community, the applicant is committed to 4 of those units to be veterans units and 2 additional units to be affordable units. We would expect similar conditions from site plan review to be added to the approval, subject to the approval. We have our full team here, architect, engineers, and I have presented displays showing the units and hopefully can answer all questions that you have. We have also, just as an addition, had discussions with an existing tenant in the retail to come back and continue on once the project is done, and we will continue to update the council on that as that progresses as well.
Thank you. Anybody else want to chime in here? Name and address, please.
Lou McCarkis, 152 Linway, City of Lynn. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just briefly, I just want to review, we had 2 community meetings. This was a culmination of about 15 months worth of work. Started back in April of '24 with the first building on Shirley Ave in Nahant. From there, the Mello family, who is here this evening, were gracious enough to entertain our offer and work with us, giving us the time we need to get this accomplished. So we appreciate them being here, and I appreciate your consideration and support. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. McCarkis. Anybody else want, did you say you had a presentation? No. Name and address for the record, please.
Hi, my name is Carol Mello, and I'm at 12 Colliers Way in Plastow, New Hampshire. And I just am here to say on behalf of the Mello family, I'm their daughter-in-law. This is a really great opportunity for them, and we're really looking forward to, them being able to retire and move on from the property that they've been at for about 40 years. They've not only lived in Revere, but they've also rented their 2 additional units. And where they're currently being built, around, this is just a great opportunity for them to be able to move on with the other 2 projects. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you for your input. Name and address for the record, please.
Jan Dumas, 50 Walnut Avenue. This developer has worked with us unlike in pretty much any other developer in the Ward 2 Shirley Avenue neighborhood. He's granted us 6 affordable units. Excited about that. That's more than he has been asked to do because no one has been asked to grant affordable units before. If you're really good about this development, it's going to work with the community. And I'm excited. I want this to happen. And I want him to develop more units in the city. Thank you.
Well, thank you. I'm pleasantly surprised to see you in support of this. But that's
So
a
am I.
testament to the team that
That is
you-
a testament
you,
to his willingness
if
to
they can
work with the
please you,
community.
it's very nice. And don't take that as that's a compliment.
That doesn't mean I'm going to do it for everybody. That means that it's a really high bar.
Great, thank you. Name and address for the record.
Hi, thank you. My name is Travis Alpert, business owner, Centennial Lockout Services. We operate in Revere. I do a lot of work with the Revere Community Committee on Shirley Ave, Sandler Square, all that. And I just, again, want to echo what Jan said about this team and these developers. They have been extremely invested in educating the community and also educating themselves on the community needs. They've gone far above and beyond what the community needs and have honored the community in the process. And so I can't speak highly enough about Mario and Lou and the team.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you very much. This is a pleasant surprise here. Anybody else?
Is this for both owners too?
What's that? Of course. No, any time is fine. We don't, this is not a public hearing. They've already had a public hearing. This is
Hello, Corey O'Hara, 270 Beach Street. I'm just wanted to bring up just a couple like oversight things. I'm glad to hear that they're working with the community. I didn't know about this project in the beginning. It just kind of hopped on my radar, but aside from providing affordable units, is this project, it was placed as like a overlay, standard growth overlay project, or was it just a general business district project? I'm just curious how that was set.
You want to address that?
Because
Mr. Attorney?
that area, Shirley Ave, is the growth.
I don't believe this was proposed as that.
Yeah, because, so it's just under the general,
Right.
and you guys are offering the affordable units?
Correct.
Okay, so you're not falling under like the 20% requirement or anything
No.
like that?
No.
Okay, and so aside from that, if we look at the project, just aside from working with the community and offering those affordable housing, the project in general, outside of the immediate neighborhood, it does not fit in that parcel. So if this was not gonna go as a special permit, it would go to the zoning board because it would have multiple variance issues. And that's my concern, is the lack of oversight with those variances, because when you have a project of this size that doesn't fit, doesn't belong in this size lot, then that's why we have these issues with the parking, the setback, and the density issues. So that's where my concern is, and we're trying to squeeze these large buildings into these small parcels. So obviously, the traffic is an issue. The traffic's an issue in that area. The parking's an issue. And then, the new thing now that we have to be concerned about as a city is a lot of people aren't using cars anymore. I can agree with that, but they're instead using Ubers. They're getting deliveries, and that, takes up a lot of, instead of parking, it takes a lot of sidewalk, drop-offs, deliveries, so, all that needs to be taken into consideration. My general concern would be, why are we kind of pushing this into a special permit without kind of getting these variances approved first? It's kind of like a two-prong situation where, yes, it's a non-conforming structure, but when it comes to that, it's not supposed to cause more detriment to the neighborhood. So first, it should go in front of the zoning board, get those variances looked at to make sure that these types of projects fit into these small parcels. And if it doesn't, then it should be reconsidered and downsized and then looked at as a special permit, and be considered that way. Because what we're doing is we're cramming, and, you know, yes, 6 affordable units is great, but amongst all the other large projects on Shirley Ave that don't have the affordable units, you know, these are causing rent increases in the area before these projects are even being built. So that's my other concern. So I do still have concerns. I'm glad that the developers are working. I haven't heard that feedback either. It's tough to get the developers to sometimes meet with you before, and that's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. But there's still a lot of concern behind these big projects that they're trying to squeeze into the small lots. So that's my concern.
Well, thank you for your input. I like to think that the city council looks at these things with a discerning eye, and we put as much or more effort as anybody else. So,
Yeah. Yeah, like when I hear like there's negotiations on how to make these projects work, that's fine when it comes to like social issues, like affordable housing, but that doesn't protect the city for what we have in place in these areas, what they're zoned for.
that's what we're here for.
Right, exactly. So I am,
Thank you.
you know, the oversight, I think,
Yeah.
needs to be
Thank you.
stepped up. Thank you.
Anybody else? Seeing nobody. Yeah, please read the conditions.
The conditions for the project as submitted by Frank Stringy from Site Plan Review are as follows. 1, a sewer connection and water connection permit must be obtained from the DPW for all new construction. The city engineer and DPW superintendent must review and approve the proposed sewer service and water service plan, as well as stormwater management plan and erosion control plan. 2, the plans must be reviewed and approved by the fire department. 3, hydrant flow tests shall be conducted to determine the adequacy of both domestic and fire flow and for the proper sizing of domestic and fire flow service lines to the proposed project. Plans for the location of additional hydrants shall be approved by the Revere Fire Department. 4, the project proponent must pay a sewer mitigation fee, which is based on 10 times 110 gallons per bedroom times $1.30 per gallon. Based on the proposed 86 bedrooms, the sewer mitigation fee shall be $122,980. This fee shall be adjusted to subtract the existing sewer discharge from the existing structures to be demolished. The sewer mitigation fee shall be utilized to remove inflow and infiltration from entering the sewer system and shall be paid to the City of Revere in 2 installments, 50% prior to the issuance of a building permit and 50% prior to the issuance of an occupancy permit. 5, concrete sidewalks with granite curbing shall be installed along the full frontage of the property, including the planting of 3 additional street trees along Shirley Avenue, frontage of the building. 6, all existing drains, water lines, and sewer lines within the site shall be abandoned and shall be capped at the main and removed. 7, the building design and materials plan, as well as the landscaping and streetscape plan, shall be approved by the Site Plan Review Committee. All open parking areas shall maintain a 6-foot landscaped buffer between the parking area and the lot line. 8, all rooftop mechanical units shall be set back from the building's perimeter in a manner that limits visibility from the street level, include acoustical mitigation and/or noise baffle devices. 9, the developer shall establish a transportation demand management plan for the proposed project to be approved by the Site Plan Review Committee. The elements of the TDM shall include: A, off-street parking shall be limited by leasehold agreements with tenants to the number of off-street parking spaces approved with the project. B, prior to leasing, building management will commit to exploring available T-Pass programs for residents without vehicles. C, the leasehold agreements with tenants shall state that the parking charge will be included in the apartment lease. D, the project shall provide for bicycle parking in the garage at no additional charge to the tenants. E, pursuant to Section 1034020G of the revised ordinances, this residential building shall not be eligible for participation in the City of Revere residential parking program. 10, in accordance with Chapter 1747, the Capital Improvement Trust Fund of the revised ordinances is applicable to this project. Under the Community Improvement Trust Fund, the developer must contribute 3% of the cost of construction above and beyond what is allowed as of right towards the fund, which must be spent exclusively towards capital improvement projects within the impacted area. For the purpose of this special permit, 3% of the construction cost shall be based on the increased density of the project as a result of the proposed FAR of 3.72. Therefore, the CIT fee is established at $97,101. And 11, finally, the grading of the lot shall be such that no runoff is diverted to abutting properties, and a demolition permit must be obtained in compliance with the Board of Health, DPW, and Fire Department regulations for the demolition of the existing structures on the site.
Thank you. I should have called on the councilors before we read the conditions. Council Novoselsky.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I've been working with this developer since he purchased the property from the prior developer that was going to build the 38 units. And I was a little disappointed that we have to go through this second round, but, you know, things happen. And we depend a lot on site plan review with the city engineer and Frank Stringy, as was noted, as to what's necessary and what we can give up to a point. There will be at least 5 feet on either side of the building for adjacent buildings for various reasons. And, you know, I wanted that anyway so we can get some access to those points so it's not totally lot line to lot line. And so, and with that, you know, everything was kind of explained in the conditions. And the only thing I would ask is, and we did talk about it at the neighborhood meeting, that we include 2 trees on Nahant Avenue, because it shows on the plans, but it wasn't noted in the site plan review, but I would want to include 2 more trees on the Nahant Avenue side. And other than that, you know, sidewalks, you know, are in good shape. If there's any damage to them, they'd have to repair them. And they are looking for access points for electricity, probably in the front of the building on the Shirley Ave side going underground. And there will not be any telephone poles on Shirley Avenue. I can tell you that right now. That's not going to happen. So with that, I'm for it. It showed that the neighbors were at the meeting that I ran, the neighborhood meeting, which again was the second one. And there was no opposition. There was a lot of input, which the developer related to and conceded to. And we look forward to having a nice new building there. And, you know, it's 5 stories, which is allowed in that district. So it's not that it's totally out of shape. So, and that's about it. So I look forward to the committee voting it to move forward, and that the council voted up tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor. Councilor Genzio.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm fully in support of this project. I know that the developer and his team, Mr. Zapage, Mr. Makakis, have an excellent reputation. They worked with the neighborhood, worked with the ward councilor. Shirley Ave has been transformed in the last few years, and this will continue its transformation. I'm especially happy with the affordable housing piece. We've been struggling with that over the last few years. I'm glad to see a developer, you know, coming forth and proposing that. So I'm in full support, and I look forward to voting for it.
Thank you. Council Armel. Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I just want to say all the things that we can do when we come together. I want to commend the work of the Revere Community Group that fought really hard to get these affordable units. When this thing first came to our desk a few months ago, you heard an earful from me about the lack of affordability here. And nothing is one in community that's not done by community, so I really want to highlight the work of these volunteer group in the Shirley Ave neighborhood that opened the door for us on the council to be able to talk to the developer who was receptive to getting these affordable units. So that's my 2 cents.
Thank you. Council President Silvestri.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just want to thank Mario and his team. Mr. Zapaj has really stepped up to the plate with the 6 units. It's the first real push for affordability that we've seen a developer make and promise, and hopefully we can continue to build off this in the future. And if he has Ms. Dumas's stamp of approval, that means he's doing something right. So keep going, good job, Mario.
I agree with you. Councilor Guarino Sawaya.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. President took over what I wanted to say about Ms. Dumas. If this developer has her stamp of approval, he's doing the right thing for the neighborhood. I'm happy to vote in favor for this special request because I'm amazed with this developer's ability to work with the community and to complete projects in such a timely manner. I have never seen a developer work as quickly as he does. He's keeping the existing stores downstairs, which is beneficial to the neighborhood. The community knows what's there. The community goes to them, frequents them often. So it's really important to keep the aesthetics for that particular part of it. Shirley Ave is close to transit, so new residents can rely less on cars and more on the Blue Line, which will reduce the congestion and the admissions. Also, this building replaces a deteriorating piece of property with a modern, code-compliant, accessible building, which is a clear upgrade, improving safety, aesthetics, and energy efficiency. I believe it will fit into the character of Shirley Ave while still delivering meaningful benefits. Furthermore, it's helping with our housing crisis, and it's giving housing to veterans, which we look for every development that that comes up in front of us. So to me, it's a win-win, and I think the developer is going to do amazing with this building. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor. So I'm almost left, there's been so many bouquets thrown here, I'm almost left speechless. So, but I do want to congratulate the team on and I'm certainly excited about the veterans housing and the affordable. So, did I hear something?
They won't paint it blue for her is where they drew the line.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, congratulations to everybody for a cooperative effort, and I think it's going to be a great project, and I think we'll call for the roll.
And Chairman, I believe Councilor Novoselsky had an amendment to the conditions to include and 2 additional street trees along the Nahant Avenue side
Yes.
of the building. Okay?
So
Shall-
as amended.
As amended. Shall the zoning subcommittee offer a favorable recommendation to grant the relief requested, subject to the conditions of the zoning subcommittee and site plan review? Councilor Argenzio?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Guarino Sawaya?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Jaramillo?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Novoselsky?
Yes.
Yes. And Chairman Zambudo?
Yes.
Yes, the special permit has received a favorable recommendation for it to be granted. No further business.
This meeting is adjourned. Thank you all.